Hi guys, hope you're doing well. Good to be back after a couple of days away from the desk. It's still absolutely sweltering here in London, so that feel good Friday feeling nice weather is drifting into the markets for now. S&P up to session highs as I talk, literally on the high of the day, and it probably can't be a more important level today, to be honest. This is my line in the sand from yesterday, then early hours this morning, then around 6 a.m. and again now, and of course going back to that breakdown area that we had on Wednesday as well. 3080, the level to the upside. The area as well I'll be keeping a watch on is the 3100 handle, R1, and the breakdown area of the early hours, of course, of that Wednesday into the afternoon pullback on the same day around 2 o'clock, and then above that keeping a watch on the high of the days of the Wednesday, and then the high of the week, which has been tested a couple of times prior to that on the 19th and 17th. 31.44 for the record. If this area holds, where do the bears need us below, where do the bulls need us above? 30.50 for me is key. I mean, looking at the way the S&P is traded over the last couple of days, and I appreciate in hindsight it's always easy to look back, but it's traded pretty well, I have to say. Pretty technically respected of certain levels. I guess you didn't quite get a pullback on the 60-minute yesterday, which people may have liked, but then once we break through, that turns into a good resistance, and then these levels around the highs of yesterday act as a good area of support along with that pivot at 9 a.m. So yeah, way to look at it above here, looking for the push to the upside. I think is a good way to have a look at that. Let's move on, have a quick look at the euro, which has been drifting down last couple of days. A lot of resistance up at the R1, so I'll be keeping a watch on that. I think we can get that today, to be honest. I think we can start to potentially see a bit of a drift higher. It's just how we get there will make me feel comfortable about whether it's a short. This trend line here, if we get a big break, if we break that, then suddenly that short around the R1 and resistance level from yesterday doesn't look as appealing. So the bears will need to protect this area, which probably coincides, if it was to happen anytime soon, along with that high of the day and low of early hours yesterday morning. If we aren't to see the euro push higher, a break of the low of the day, which we tried again around 7 and 8, then you are looking, of course, at yesterday's low, which is bang on the morning support around 8 a.m. the 22nd, and then suddenly the low of the week comes in. So again, a market that's got some nice little setups to be aware of, and really, those would be the points I would be focusing on there. Let's have a quick look over at the pound as well, which had a little blip lower, but in early hours, and just came to an area where you've got S1. You've also got the low, the 22nd, around midday, 11 o'clock. And what a recovery. So markets are relatively quiet, but respecting technical levels well. It does feel, we are waiting for a new driver. I mean, look at that. Around 9 a.m, the classic yesterday of the morning support 24 hours prior was fantastic. So yeah, the pound's in a little range. You've got your line in the sand, 124.41, low of the day. Obviously the bottom part of that range, and yesterday's high is on the R1. So would I expect it to be contained in that? Most likely. We got a similar trend line coming on. Yes, and we've just hit that. So this is a nice one here for the pound that I've just spotted to keep a watch on. If that breaks, then obviously the push higher. But for now, nice profit taking around there as well. Anyway, guys, hope you'll have a good rest of your session and a good weekend as well. I think that unfortunately the weather is taking a turn for the worse in the UK. So enjoy today while you can.